Hello, good afternoon everybody. So today is 30th of December. So today we just want to look at a very simple strategy which basically everyone can use. If you're if you're a beginner, this can be a very good strategy for you to begin from. So this strategy, I do have like 3 strategies for beginners. The first one is purely based on price action. The next one is also based on price action, and then the third one is based on the indicator. So the first one which we look at as at now, the first one which we'll start with, is based on the price action. So how it works is this: these candles, first before we go there, this candle actually communicates something. If this candle is red, if this candle is green, if this candle is red, there is something they're trying to communicate to the person looking at this chart. Do not just look at this as decorations. There's a reason why they were drawn in colors and not like this, not in a line graph. So the first strategy is an inside bar strategy. Okay, how it works is this. Rule number 1: first identify a good level. Sorry, just a second. Wait, I don't understand why that is happening. Just a second. Let's remove all that. So we have this. The first thing you want to do when you're using the first strategy. So the first strategy here is the inside. The first one, inside bar strategy. Okay, normally most people understand that this the inside bar candles, but basically they do not understand exactly how to turn the inside bar into an actual strategy. So let me explain first of all what an inside bar is. Anytime you have a big candle, maybe you have one big green candle like this, like that, and then the next candle, this candle opened here and then it closed here. The next candle opens below the close of this candle, maybe somewhere here, and goes straight to the lower side like this. This candle here, the red candle, is an inside bar candle. So the same thing is true for a sell. If you have a big red candle and then the next candle which comes after that pin bar opens above the close of this candle, of the previous one, like it opens above the close which is here and closes below the open of this candle. So the next candle will be something like this. This becomes an inside bar candle. So I've not drawn the highs or the tails or maybe the wicks, but what this means is the wicks also are supposed to be inside the previous candle. So whenever you have a candle like this which is green and the previous one is red and bigger, then this candle is an inside bar candle. So what it simply means is that there's likelihood that the price may likely continue to the lower side. Okay, there are 2 ways you can trade this correctly. First of all, get the high of both candles. Get the high and lows of both candles. We'll draw that. We have that, and then you have also this one. Sorry, make it red. So this is the candle, and this is the next one. The first thing you do, get the high of the mother candle. This is like the mother candle. Get the high and the low of it, and then draw a line at the tip and draw a line at the very bottom, and then calculate and find the distance between this and this point. So then you find the midpoint of the mother candle. That means you'll get the difference between this and this, divide it by 2, then you'll get the price is somewhere here, somewhere around, this should be like the middle of this candle here. So when you have price there, whenever you have price at that point, that is, you instead of selling immediately when the price, when you notice that this is a pin bar, an inside bar candle, place your pending sell limit at this price, have your stop loss above this price, and then your first take profit needs to be here, and then the next take profit should be at least the distance from the distance of the mother bar, the total size of the mother bar. So if the mother bar is 200 pips, 300 pips, your take profit should be 200 pips from this midpoint. That would mean that the take profit will be somewhere here. So the distance between this and this, I assume it's the same distance between this point and this point. So your take profit, if you place the pending sell limit here, have your stop loss at this point, have your take profit at this point, which is the same size as the mother bar. Does that make sense, whatever I'm saying? It needs to make sense, because whenever most people make the mistake of entering trades, when this happens, when they see this, they simply enter trade immediately. That must not happen. You have to place a pending sell limit. Place a pending sell limit here. Have your stop loss above this point, the first take profit, and then the next one. So if this position is not triggered, and the price ends up going below the first take profit before it triggers this trade, do not enter it. Delete that pending trade. Are we on the same page? Do not enter it. Delete that pending trade. Okay, so we'll look at the other case, the opposite case of this. Let's see what that is. So the opposite case is where now we have a small red candle and a big green candle. That one, and then you have a big green candle, sorry, we have something like this here, then we have this. So now what this means, whenever you see anything like this, a case where the previous candle was very big candle, and then the next candle is a small candle which has a small tail, and it's almost inside the previous one in all aspects, highs, low, close, open, it's inside the previous one, then this becomes the mother bar. The big green candle becomes the mother bar. You pick its low, you also draw its high, then you find its midpoint. So if that is from this point to this point, you find the midpoint, and then you mark it here. So if the price moves up, if the price now, if you are to trade this correctly, place a pending buy limit at this price, 1.31914. Have your stop loss below this point, and then your take profit needs to be at least 2 times. At least the size of this mother candle. That would mean if the mother candle is how many pips? It's how this is. Let's see. This is around 400 pips. Ensure that the take profit from this midpoint is actually 4,000 pips. That is somewhere here. Somewhere there. So if you enter a buy limit here, your take profit needs to be at this point. But if this is not triggered, assuming that the price basically just moves up, then crosses beyond 1.3844 without coming back to your to your pending trade, just delete that pending trade. So the other way is, you may want to buy, you may want to place a buy stop here, but your take profit needs to be at this price still. So whether you enter here or you enter with a buy stop here, your take profit needs to be at this price, 1.36546. It's the safest place to have your take profit at. Does that make sense? Okay, one more thing before we look at the strategy. Okay, this is just an inside bar. This is the mother candle. The other way to trade the entire inside bar thing is get a clear resistance level or a very good support level. That is, get something like this, assuming you have a level like this. Then the price comes to this level, it keeps coming up to it, bounces back from it, goes up, comes back to it, and then it goes back, and then it breaks with a big candle. It breaks with a candle which looks like this. So after it has broken above, the next candle which appears after that breakout is actually an inside bar candle. If this happens, if you observe anything like this, that you had a very good level, then the price has gone above it to the big candle, then the next candle is actually an inside bar candle. That is always the correct time to trade an inside bar candle. It's always the safest. Like what this means is we are upwards and we are not able to do anything. Like it's like we are not decided whether to go up or down. Whenever you see something like this, this confirms for you that the level we just gone above is actually a significant level. So when you see something like this, that there's a level and the price has gone up with a big candle, then the next candle is an inside bar candle. What that means is we are not able to break beyond that level. Like we are basically struggling. Does that make sense? Does this make sense for you? Okay. So we'll move forward. We'll move forward to our next strategy. The next one is the breakout candle. Breakout strategy. Breakout strategy. Okay. So breakout is basically when the price breaks above or below a level, and then it sustains that breakout. That is something like this. Assuming you have like you have a level like this, the price keeps coming back to the same level, then bounces off from it, heads straight to the lower side, it comes back to the same point, then heads straight to the lower side, then it comes back again, and then heads straight to the lower side. Then when it comes back now the fourth time, it actually breaks and closes beyond. So when this happens, when the price opens here and closes above the zone which we had as the resistance, then that becomes a breakout. The idea is not to enter trade immediately when this happens. Rather, wait for price to get back to the same point, then pick a buy position. So this will be a good place to look for a buy from. This remains to be the best place to look for a buy from. So you may see that here. Just an example, the opposite is here, where we had a support. You can see it here. We had a very good support here. We had a support. There is this breakout. After this breakout, there's a retracement before the price continued down. It came back up, retraced before it continued down. The same thing is here. You can see it clearly. We had a resistance, there is a breakout, there's a retracement, it continued up, there's a retracement, it continued up, there's a retracement. So these are the best places to look for buy from. These are the correct places where you want to look for buy positions from. If the price keeps pulling back, as long as the price keeps pulling back to the same place but does not break below them, then those are the correct places where we are looking for a trade from. Does that make sense? Whatever I'm saying now, does it make sense for you? Yes, it should make a lot of sense, because this is a very good breakout strategy. If you can learn this, you can use it on any chart, any time frame. Let's go to the same chart, 15 minutes. There should be several cases there. Just a second, let's see. Okay, we have this. Just look at how this level is. We have a level there. This is like a resistance, and then you have that. So you can see previously we had there is a resistance zone, there was a breakout, there was a retracement, a support, there's a support, there is a support, there is a support, and then there is a resistance here. So this is a good place to look for a buy from. This is a very good place you want to look for a buy from. If the price moves up, it went up to the resistance level where we took profit from. It still went up from this point, it still went up from this point. So this is continuation. Then when the price came back to this point, it actually tested this level before eventually continuing up. Let's get another example. Okay, we have this is a resistance, and you can see like a breakout. This resistance, there is a breakout, there's a retracement. So this remains to be the correct place to buy from, a buy place and a buy place. Okay, we also have this, we have this here, and then we have this. So this is like some support, a support. Also in the past we had some support there. There is a breakout, we have a resistance, we have a resistance, we have a resistance, and we have a resistance, and a good place to sell from. So these are the places where you're supposed to focus on. If you're doing breakout, first of all you establish the level to be broken. When the price goes below that level, you want to see struggling before you can enter sell. Does that make sense? Whatever I'm saying, does it make sense? Okay, let's move forward. Let's see. Okay, now it's not there. Okay, we have another one which looks simple, this one here. Just look at this, the way this was a support here, a support. There is a breakout, there is a retracement, and the price continues to remain below it, which means this is a good place to sell from. If you had been observing this chart when this was a support, then you see this breakout. When the price comes back to the same place, this will give you the correct place to look for a sell from. This is the ideal place where you want to sell from. And indeed, if you sold here, the price actually went your way. The next level, let's see. We have another one here. So this may not be a very good one, because you can see that the first pullback, which was this, the price actually attempted to go below before it came back up, but the next one was good. We have that, and then we have this. So this is like some support, there is a breakout, a retracement, a continuation, a retracement before the price continued to the lower side. So that should be it for breakout. The next strategy which you can trade is based on the indicators, and this is very, very simple. You don't have to know many things for you to do it. Just load the moving averages. First of all, put on your screen the 30 period moving average, that one, the one we are having now, and then on top of it add 200 period moving average, like this. So this is good when you're doing 1 hour and above, and when you're trading exotic pairs. If there's a cross between the red one and the blue line, I mean the one which stands for the 200 period, you pick a buy. If the price crosses below, that is the red one crosses below the blue one, you pick a sell. So if the daily chart the price is above the 200 period moving average, and there is a bullish cross, that is the red one has gone above the black one, then you pick a buy. If the daily chart is a sell, is downwards, that is the price is closing below the 200 period moving average, and there is a cross, I mean like a bearish, this is the bearish cross, there is a cross where the red line goes below the black line, then you pick a sell. Simply, that's how that strategy works. Keep it simple, keep it easy, and you'll make whatever you want. I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, kindly feel free to post them for me on the chat option. I should be able to respond to them. When I see any question, I'll be able to respond to them on time. So thank you. Meet you next week.